Hello, everyone. I'm Camden Busey, and I'm back with another video here for Squared Away Life. Now, every morning has a transition point. It's the moment that your mind shifts from rest into creation. And for years, I treated that moment rather casually. I'd reach for my phone just to check something, the email, the news, get on Twitter, or I'd sit too long scrolling behind a bathroom door. It was really nothing dramatic, probably nothing that unusual for most people, but there were these leaks in the system. But those leaks consistently robbed me of the clarity and the momentum that my mornings were capable of giving. Now, my morning routine has been pretty solid since I began my daily review process several years ago, but there are definitely things that I can improve in terms of both efficiency and effectiveness. And yesterday, I was revisiting some books on journaling, and they reminded me of something that I drifted away from, and that's Julia Cameron's practice of morning pages. You can read about this in her book, The Artist's Way. Now, I wasn't looking or thinking about this as a productivity hack, but as a discipline of alignment. Really, a way to let my own mind speak before the world jumps in and intrudes in that process. So this morning, I came downstairs, determined to begin again. No device, no input from outside, just my pen, the page, my notebook, and whatever had been simmering in my subconscious all night. Now, this I think facilitates and it even cultivates a mental uncluttering. It helps you unwind, unfetter yourself from things. It helps you open the spigot, so to speak, and let things pour out. And by doing so, it helps you to become more grounded, and it provides for this inner clarity that comes from creating before consuming. Now, my mornings are unquestionably my strongest thinking hours, but they're also, I think, the most vulnerable. One tweet might hijack an entire day. One quick idea that I have can turn into a 2 hour detour. And if you're juggling multiple projects or multiple goals, like many in the Squared Away Life community are, you know that your best hours need to be protected. They need to be guarded. And what I realized is this: my mornings don't need more speed, they need more intention. And if I want to build what truly matters and what's going to last for the future, what's going to help me to achieve my goals and pass things down to future generations, I cannot let randomness lead. I can't be subject to whatever comes along and takes control. Now, like many of you, I have more ideas than bandwidth. My list of writing projects is exceedingly long, and my goals and my related projects for my family, for my work, and for Squared Away Life here are even longer. And alongside continuing to build what I'm building here at Squared Away Life and my parent company, Claros Group, I'm evaluating what kind of future I want to create for my family and what kind of legacy I want to leave. And my long term vision is quite simple. I want to establish enough financial margin to give my family more space, more stability, and more opportunity. Now, for us, that looks like eventually moving closer to where I work. I'd like to upgrade our home and have a room for another bedroom for my growing boys and a place where we can entertain guests, particularly family. And I want to invest in my kids' education. I want to create a life with room to grow, with a place that supports our routines, our values, and even small things like just having a yard and a space for a workshop. This is ambitious, I would imagine, yes, but not for ambition's sake. Really, I'm trying to align my goals here and to focus on legacy, on stewardship, and aligning my actions today with the outcomes that I'm striving for tomorrow. Now, I don't need these things, so to speak, to be faithful, certainly not, nor to be content. But I believe it's still healthy to work toward a goal and actively attempt to improve our position in order that we might help others. And Paul says in Ephesians 4:28, let the thief no longer steal, but rather let him labor, doing honest work with his own hands, so that he may have something to share with anyone in need. I don't think it's wrong to have ambitions rightly ordered or to strive to attain goals, even financial goals. But We need to do so for the right reasons. And here, as Paul says, the purpose of honest labor, hard work, is so that we might have something to share with anyone in need. Now, this weekend, while I was typesetting an upcoming Squared Away Life book, The Compounding Mind, I'm going to have more to share on that in the future, I found myself reminded of a core truth that meaningful work is rarely built through intensity, it's built through consistency. And morning pages, to get back to that, help me honor that idea. They help me, one, clear mental static, two, re anchor my efforts to long term values and goals. Number three, identify the day's real priorities. Fourth, create before consuming. That helps me to focus on what's in my mind rather than being subject to someone else. I retain agency. And then fifthly, protect my best hours from redirection and from dilution. Now, these benefits compound, and they're available to anyone willing to put pen to paper before the world begins its pull. Now, big goals require more than just strategy. They require believing in yourself, trusting in yourself. They require quiet, daily alignment with the person that you're desiring to become, and they require disciplined attention to the next right step. You always need to be ready to take the next step toward those goals, to do the next best and right thing to move forward in the right direction. So just this morning, it was a little bit of a reset for me. It was a reminder. No more leaking minutes to devices. No more letting other people's thoughts outrun my own. And no more starting in reaction or in reactive space, but to be proactive. Just focus, intention, and the discipline to show up for the work that matters. So here's your assignment this week. Tomorrow morning, I want you to create before you consume. One page, one idea, one moment of clarity. Protect your best hour and build from there. Start from a position of strength and self-agency. Keep showing up to do the work that matters and the work that compounds. So thank you for spending a few minutes with me today. If this brought you some value, please go ahead and like the video, subscribe for more intentional, structured thoughts on living in a purposeful way, and always remain faithful, stay focused, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.